Now I'm making dough, what the girls wanna know. Yeah, wanna know how we roll 24/7. What the back on the back. Guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. So one thing that comes as a surprise to me is that out of the many questions that I get daily with people asking me about, you know, the entire process of becoming a nurse in the UK, nobody has ever asked me how much they'll be earning when they get here. But when I think about it, two things come to mind. One is either you guys genuinely are not really interested in how much you'll be making, but you're only concerned about coming to a more developed country to, you know, gain more skills, get more knowledge, learn new ways of doing things, and that's fine. But the second thing that comes to mind is that you guys really want to know, you really want to know, but you're probably not going to ask me because you think it's too personal and I'm not going to share it even if you ask. And that is where I come in today. I'm going to prove you wrong. Yes, I am actually going to show you two pay slips to share with you or to show you how much I was earning before Osce. So if you don't know what Osce is, then you need to really watch my first video where I give a brief overview of the entire process. Let me just talk a bit about it. So Osce is like the final stage in the entire process of becoming a nurse in the UK. It's a practical exam which you would come here to do, after which you'll be getting a license and you start practicing as a nurse. But before you even take that exam, your employer would make you work as either a band 4 nurse, a pre-registered nurse, a senior care assistant, and this will be stated in your contract before you come here. And during that time, you'll be paid as well. So this payslip I'm going to show you is what I was getting before I wrote the Osce. I have so many juicy things to share with you guys. That's why I'm encouraging you guys to subscribe and hit the notification so that when I upload, you'll be the first to be notified. All right, so let's get straight into the video. So if you haven't watched my video where I spoke about how long it took me to become a nurse in the UK, I give a timeline and I stated when I got here, when I started Osce lessons, when I started for the Osce, when I got my license and all that. I'll encourage you to watch it. I'll put a link right here. And if you've already watched it, you realize I got here in November. Yeah, I sat for the Osce in January and I got my license in January. That's the first week of January. So apparently I worked for less than 2 months before I got my PIN. So I only got a pre-registered nurse pay for just 2 months. That's why I have two pay slips to share and not more than that. And there are so many things that can influence how much you be paid, right? One is the location of, you know, the hospital or the care home you are. Care homes or hospitals are situated in areas that are considered high cost of living areas. They usually get more pay, what your contract says as well. For me, my contract said I'll be working as a pre-registered nurse and I was contracted for 39 hours a week. And I was going to be paid as a pre-registered nurse or as a senior care assistant in a care home, and I was going to make £8.50 per hour. So for the contracted hours, what this means is that I'm supposed to work 39 hours each week, and any extra hour I work on top of that 39 will be considered as overtime, and I'll make more than the normal 8.5 that I was making for the 39 hours. You understand? Some companies have like differentials. When I say differentials, I mean that like when you work day shifts, it's a different rate. When you work night shifts, it's a different rate. If it's a night shift and it's a weekend, it's a different rate. If it's a bank holiday, it's a different rate. But for the company that I was working for, it was the same rate for day and night, right? So you may want to actually read your contract and understand what it says before you even accept the offer, or you agree to come or not to work for them. So it was the same rate. I was being paid £8.50 whether I do day shifts or whether I do night shifts. But even as a newbie or as a new nurse, you're not likely to be doing night shifts anyways. And for my company, it's not even all holidays they pay overtime. It's just on specific holidays in the year. So that's just it. And I was in Northern Ireland in a care home, and this was my rates. But let me tell you this may not be the exact thing you'll be making because our employers are different and then the areas of our works are different. And this is 2 years ago. So probably there's been salary increments and all that and all that and all that. So I'm going to show you the very first pay slip. So with the first pay slip that I'll be showing you guys, you realize that it's for only 2 weeks. It's for only 2 weeks. I had only worked for 2 weeks because when I came, 2 weeks after I came was payday for my company. So they actually paid me for just the 2 weeks that I had worked. And I'm going to show you what I got in a bit. So drum roll. So for the very first pay slip, as you can see on your screens, you see that it's private and confidential. You see my name, Miss Nanelle T, and then as you can see, at the time I was still living in a guest house. I hadn't gotten my place yet, and the date was 11th of December 2018. At the time, I had only worked for 2 weeks, right? And my gross was £663. Yeah, and this is from working 7 to 8 hours, and like I said before, I was being paid at £8.50 per hour. So 78 hours multiplied by £8.50 gave £663. So this is the gross. Gross is before any deductions are made. Now let's look at the deductions. So for the deductions, I was only deducted £1.80 for NI, which is national insurance, right? So that's all I was deducted. I wasn't deducted pension. I wasn't deducted tax. I wasn't deducted tax because the government of UK is so generous that nearly everybody gets a personal allowance of 12,500 each year. That is tax free each tax year, which is tax free. So 12,500 of your earnings in each tax year will not necessarily be taxed. You understand? So obviously this was my first pay. I had not even gotten close to that amount, so this was not taxed, right? And you see that for my net pay, I ended up with £661.20. So let's just say I ended up with £661, right? And this is about $825, and in Ghana cedi is about 4,798. In naira, it's about 320,000 naira. In South African rand is about 14,000 South African rand. In Indian rupee, this amount is about 61,643. Is about 14,900 in Zambian kwacha. If I didn't make the conversion to your currency, your country's currency, please forgive me. I realize that these are the countries that watch me a lot, so that's why I have done the conversion for them. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Share this video to more of your colleagues so that they can subscribe as well. And comments down below which country you're watching me from. Okay, so this was just for 2 weeks, and now I'm going to show you the second pay slip that I had before Osce. And this pay slip I worked for an entire month, so you'd have an idea of what it is to work for an entire month. All right, so let's look at it. Drum roll again. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. So let's analyze the second pay slip as well. So with the second pay slip, obviously you can see that Nanelle in T. I was still living in the guest house, so that was my address. And then as you can see, the date was 8th of January 2019. And let's look at the pay. Okay, so I did 114.25 hours in that whole month, and I was paid at 8.5, and that gave us £971.13. Then training. So that's 38 hours at 8.5. The good thing is the training is like all the workshops I went and all the Osce training that I had that month. So the good thing is over here, even if you're going for Osce training, you'll be paid. So that month I did 38 hours of workshops and, you know, Osce training, and in the whole month I did 38 hours of training, and I was paid at 8.5 as well, and that gave me £323. And there was a bank holiday, I think it was a Christmas or something, and I worked for 11 hours that day. And because it was a Christmas, my company was paying me a time and a half. What this means is they'll give you your normal pay plus half of it. So my normal pay is 8.5 at a time per hour, and a time and a half means that amount and half of it. So I was being paid at 12.75 per hour, and that also gave me 140.25. So in total I had a gross of £1,434.38. And let's look at the deductions before we get too excited. Let's look at the deduction. So here as well, I was deducted national insurance. This time around it was not 1.8, it was £94. The more you make, the more they take. So, and the pension, this time around I did pay pension, and it was 23.29. So again, they did not deduct any tax because I had still not exceeded my 12,500 personal allowance yet. So I had a total of 117.75 deducted from the amount of money that I got. So when we come to the net pay, how much I actually got in my pocket, I had £1,316, and this is about $1,642, and it's about 9,553 Ghana cedis, and it's about 637,400 naira. and is about Indian rupee 122,690 Indian rupee, and about 27,900 South African rand. All right, this may be more than what you think you are going to get, or this may be less than what you think you're going to get. I don't know the imaginary figure you had in your mind this whole time, but I just think it's fair to know you can't just pack your bags and leave your home country, leave your family, and come here to a different country and not know how much you'll be earning. I think it's only fair that you know, and it will also help you plan realistic goals, so that if you were expecting to be getting way more than that as a pre-registered nurse, now you know this is the amount, so you'll not be too excited. And if you were expecting way less than that, I'm telling you that there's lights at the end of the tunnel. But I'm really happy that you've watched this. If you want to know how much I am earning now as a nurse, now that I'm a nurse, if you want to know how much I'm earning now, subscribe. I'll drop a video of how much I'm earning now, and I'll spill every single thing. You know me, yeah? So kindly subscribe, kindly like, kindly share, and support a sister. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
And New York women are way too fresh.
What Osce is, I wrote my Osce in January, and I got here the done. Oh, this video. Hi guys. Hi guys, welcome once again to my channel. I have never been asked by anybody how much they'll be. Okay, so hi guys, welcome once again. Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys. Hi guys, welcome once again.